Oh man. Oh, dude, you are fucking awesome. All right, so this is Arbanaka. This is a response to Shaolin. You are fucking awesome, man. You are spot on on a lot of the shit that you were saying. I like a couple of things I might disagree with you, but that's based on personal experience and all that stuff. All right, first, first off, um, I didn't really know about Cynthia G. You know, to be honest with you, to be honest with you, I'm not surprised. None of the shit that this bitch does. All right, my the thing about Cynthia G, right? I don't have nothing against her, but truthfully, I wouldn't fuck her with another man's dick, and it has nothing to do with the way she look. It has nothing to do with because if you like, let's say you take away the frowning and the weaves, and you kind of put her in a natural state of mind, she will be pretty. But her characteristic is such a fucking turn off that I would never deal with bitches like this. So, and it's not just because of her attitude. It's because like she's so fucking damaged that there's nothing, there's nothing anybody will be able to do for her. And the reason why she got herself with that ain't shit motherfucker is because that's the only dude that will be lying to her to actually let her stubborn ass get her because she's allergic to actually fucking men. So of course she's gonna end up dealing with other motherfucker do that's gonna make her feel good and nothing else. And, and you're right. There's a lot of women like her. There's a lot of fucking women like her. But anyway, so um you pointed out about the old school morals, like back in the 1940s, where you had these women choosing ain't shit men, right? And then when you have the welfare states, and then plus you have the feminism revolution and all this other shit. So then it was like a free fall, and government welfare. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree with you with that, right? But I see it this way, right? This is how I see it. Like in the 1940s, men we weren't really getting no ass neither. So therefore, it's like time has changed. Time has changed, and a certain time, a certain period of time, it was in the woman's best interest to choose the right men. Now, the fact that it's a free fall, but most of the responsibilities fall upon us men. So it becomes in our best interest to make sure that we choose the right woman. So therefore, um, this is how the fuck the world work, man. We either want less corruption or more chance to participate in it. Back when women were hitting out pussy like Oprah was giving out cars. We love that shit, man. We're like, you'll get some ass, you'll get some pussy, you'll get some pussy, you'll get some pussy. Oh, we fucking love that shit, you know? But the thing about it was like, with all these baby mama drama and child support and the government on your ass, and then that actually becomes a clutch for black men not to actually succeed in life. So then we have to become smarter and stop thinking about our dick. We have to be, at the end of the day, make the right decision. And it's brothers like you with, let's say that you go on MGTOW and you actually like you are very red pill and shit like that, right? And people can learn from your example, and a lot more men are actually learning from that shit, you know. But you also have there's also a weakness in your there's also flaws in your, I guess, way of life in a sense. I wouldn't really consider it a flaw, but it's more like from my perspective. But we'll talk about that in a bit. Um, expectation put on women and men. What I mean by this, right? So yeah, the expectation put on men, yeah, of course. That shit sometimes is ridiculous. You know, it's fucking ridiculous because certain expectation that is placed upon men, it's what's going on with my thing. Yeah, all right. So like I was saying, the expectation is bullshit. And the thing you said that, oh man, I was laughing so fucking hard. Nobody respects the queen. Everybody busted out on the queen's face. All right. See? All right. It's like this, right? This has always been my philosophy. So whatever you used to do in your I just keep fucking up. Anyway, so that was rule number one I always had, right? So it's like if you were a freak in your previous relationship before you met me and shit like that, you're gonna continue to be a freak for me. And you're gonna provide me with all the sexual shit that I need. Right? Like my girl, she used to, she was bi, and now she's still bi. Ain't no way around that. I need to edit that. Ah, fuck it. Well, she knows. So that's my point. So it's like you okay. You gotta be my personal porn star. Ain't no bullshit like you talking about like I don't do that, or you talking about like, oh that's not me anymore. No, fuck that shit. You gonna satisfy me. That's rule number one. And number two, you gotta have a mind. You gotta have a fucking brain. You know, and a lot of time we overlook women because of their promiscuity, right? A quote unquote good girl. And these bitches, what you gonna do? Just fuck a missionary only? And that's the thing though. A lot of time, like the good girls, the let me say that again. Sometimes the good girls hide among the hoes. And yes, I do agree with you. It's like if you're gonna do some shit, you better fucking do it smart, right? Don't fucking get like pregnant, 3, 4 kids, baby daddies and shit like that, and expect another motherfucker to actually carry the load. That is totally fucked. That's totally fucked up. That I agree with you 100%. Um, but as far as we think that we gonna find a girl that doesn't have some sort of a past, we're fooling ourselves. If that's the case, because like they, if a chick said that she only had like 3 dudes in the past, then you just multiply that shit by three. Or who the fuck knows? But my point is this: is like nowadays, a woman have to bring more to the table than just some ass, you know. And as far as like waiting, no, I don't do that shit. I never used to do that shit back in the days, and that was also the point I'm bringing up because there was a misunderstanding with when I said that let's say you lie to the bitch. I think the misunderstanding is this: I never have to lie to women. I never actually, I always go against that to lie to women. And that was also part of my problems coming up in the dating scene because the women around me, right, in my area, in my urban environment, it felt like I had to not only lie to myself about being somebody that I'm not, and I also had to lie to them to make them believe that I actually care than more than I was. And that was always against my moral code because to me it's like, why should I lie to you to actually want, I'm grown up, I'm a horn dog, I just want to get some ass. So, and sometimes when I approach women like this and I let them know, I'm like, look, you fine as fuck, but honestly I want to hit that. And to them that was like, it was like an insult to them, like, nigga, how dare you, like, so they expected something out of me because like my image was like a good person, right? But at the same time, I'm gonna tell you what I want out of you or expect out of you. And then if you cannot provide that, then I'll just move on. So that kind of cut my time and from the time wasters. And yes, the whole mode one thing, shit like that. I was doing that before I even heard about this book. So that was part of my moral code, and that was also that characteristic that had allowed me to actually fuck around with a lot of different cultures as well. Because my curiosity was, all right, I see a chick, I think she's attractive, and I just let her know exactly what I think about the situation. And the girl herself, let's say that she's a white girl, and let's face it, these bras are just as freaky. They be doing a lot of freaky shit, sucking on cucumbers, all that. They know what the fuck they're doing. And the fact that they're also curious about black men, so that opened up the door for me being so honest. They're like, yeah, I'd fuck you. And next thing you know, so that's why I was so good at getting white women. And shit, my wife is, my wife, she's white. She's a Polish chick, And you think like I waited for her to give me some ass? Oh fuck no, I was fucking within the first week. But the difference between her and all the other chick that I used to smash is because she had shown me that she had more to offer than just a piece of ass. She was just as freaky as every other chick I used to fuck with. She wasn't no fucking virgin. Fuck no. I didn't want no fucking virgin. All right, but anyway, so now let's talk about let's see. What was that? Protecting the ego because your woman will be. No, that was a point I was making. All right, so when you say walking away, right? Instead of messing around with all these women, that's not worth your time, and you would rather walk away. That I agree with you because a lot of these women ain't worth your fucking time, And I say that all the time. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time with these chicks, and don't let them waste your time because yes, in expectation. The expectation I was talking about is this, right? Sorry. You have a lot of guys that, let's say, they end up dealing with a chick that is not worth anything, right? They just, but they get with this chick and expect her to actually perform the role of a wife when this to know what the fuck a wife should be. And that's what I mean by that, the high expectation these bras can never achieve. These bitch never cooked a day in their life. You expect them to make you food after you get off work? They don't know how the fuck to do that shit. And they're not willing to do none of that shit. They're not willing to learn. They're like broken. They're broken, but you try so hard to make a wife out of them because she look good. So you think that you're gonna make a trophy wife out of her, but you end up being miserable. That's what I mean by that. When I see all you put these expectations on these women, they're never gonna be able to reach because at the end of the day, they they value more being a side piece or a baby mama than they would actually value to be a wife, and that says a lot about them. So the whole concept of like when let's say a chick would tell me that I'm not black enough or I'm too lame or whatever the case may be, it's like I used to kind of laugh at it, you know, because these are the same broad. Let's say a couple years down the line, or they would see me with my girl. Now they want to give me the side eye, or now they want to look at my girl, giving my girl dirty looks and shit like that. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck's wrong with you? So and that's the funny part about it. And now the fake thugs, the dead, the death of street culture. Yes, that I agree with you 100%. Like most dudes that used to be in the streets, they either got locked up, died, or they found a way to get out of it. Because a real street nigga ain't trying to be in the street. He's trying to get the fuck out. You know who want to be in the street? Them fake ass thugs. These motherfuckers that like I talked about this shit in the video previously. And my family dynamic, right? Haiti's a rough place. Haiti's a rough fucking place to live with. And me and my cousin, we had two different upbringing. Whereas he was more in the streets and I was more sheltered. Even though there was still violence going on all around us, but I was more protected on that violence, whereas he had to fucking fend for himself. And he had to do some of the shit that he regret doing, but when he was time for him to get out of that shit, when he had the chance to get out of that shit, he got out of the fucking street culture and never looked back. You know? And even back when I was younger, when I used to hang out with him, like he wouldn't do none of that shit around me. You know, he always makes sure like he was very protective of me. So I am grateful for that because like in my family, everybody have a role to play. You know, if there's some crazy shit that needs to go down, he's gonna be the first to do it. If it comes, learning about legalese, get some lawyer shit involved, paperwork type of thing, I'm gonna be the one to do it. So we all know our strength and weaknesses, and then therefore we actually and we play on that, and that's how we play on that, and that's the dynamic. And as my uncles to my cousins, and then now the younger generation, mm, they they don't know what the fuck some of the shit that we've been through, and they're completely ignorant of that, and that's a good thing because I love the fact that my younger cousins now or my niece or nephews, they just in the house playing video games. They're not into none of that bullshit. And my one younger cousin that's try to be a pretender, and we try to talk to him all the fucking time, try to get him out of that following mindset. And he's not gonna learn until something bad happened to him. And until then, there's nothing we can do. And now let's talk about. I'm trying not to make this video too long. So yeah, you was wondering when I was talking about church, like did I grow up in? I was not talking about church in Haiti or church over here and stuff like that. Um, church, Haiti, church in Haiti and then church in here, it's two different things, right? In Haiti, it was solidarity. It was about helping each other. Cause I remember, all right, so yeah, so like I was saying, growing in Haiti, nobody went hungry. There was this strong community sense, which is all about helping each other out. And I never like I left very young when I was in Haiti, but these moral these moral code, I kept it with me. So and until then, I don't go to church anymore. But it was more like I help people that needs help, and whenever let's say nobody's gonna go hungry around me. If I got food, we all eating, and I treat others the way I want them to treat me. And or I lose my cool and shit like that, I try to diffuse the situation. And until I have no other choice, then that's when I will strike. That's when I will get violent. But you have to push me to that point. So therefore, I have these moral compass that I grew up in, and that is thanks to the church in Haiti. Over here, when I came to church over here, the Haitians over here, they have a totally different mindset. I mean, yes, some of them, because of their parents, the second generation, because of their parents are first generation, they still try to keep that strong, that tight niche on their kids, but at the same time, um, the church girls I was talking about is a lot of the Haitian girls and here in the States, they were trying to behave similarly to the black girls here in the States as well, but with less ratchetness. So they still try to do their shit, but they will try to be more classy about it. So then therefore there was that level of discernment which you talked about. And my problem with I had with the Haitian women, it's not that I don't like Haitian girls. Like, because to me, they're not ugly. They're pretty and they're classy, you know. But I didn't want the like I didn't want the fact that you're trying to portray yourself as this goody tissue, but deep down I know that you know that I know that you know that you're on some freaky shit. So therefore, I wasn't gonna play the good guy. I wasn't gonna play the good guy to think that now that okay, you already had your fun, even though you didn't have no babies, none of that shit and stuff like that. And then I'm supposed to be that good husband, that gentleman, and without me actually not have a way to have my fun as well. Like I said before, whatever you did with the previous relationship, you better be able to do all that shit with me and even more. So now that was my issue with Haitian chicks. But as far as that, I have no problem with them. You know, I don't think they're bad. They're not bad people. You know, they're great people. Well, the thing is, one of the things like once they actually have a kid, then the men become disposable. What I mean by this, like they lack the affection afterward. So it's all about the kids, and that's why a lot of time Haitian men they have multiple baby dad. No, they have multiple baby mamas because once not that they don't take care of their kids. That's Haitian men, right? We really fucking emphasize on that shit. We gotta take care of our responsibility, and that is something that has been passed down from my grandparents to every Haitian that I know. You have a fucking kid, you gonna take care of that kid, and your mother will be on your ass to make sure you take care of that fucking kid. Your whole family will be on your ass to make sure you're taking care of that fucking kid. So it doesn't matter what the fuck you have to do. You have a kid, you are father, you gonna take care of that responsibility. So Haitian men, we make awesome fucking dad. We're good providers, but we're not so great when it comes to as far as being a husband. But that's because also there's this thing that is lacking as well when it comes to our women, which is the lack of affection. At the beginning, yes, they give us all this affection, and then but once the kid come along, then all that shit's like taken away, and it feels like what the fuck? What about me? But that's a video for another time. I need to talk about that shit further. And let's see, family dynamic. Okay, yeah. So I talked about lying to get some ass. Yeah, the misunderstanding part that was in the 27 minute mark on the part one. So yeah, I always I never saw the need to actually have to lie to women, and that's also one of the reasons why I was able to get more with other culture, women from other culture than with my own culture, and or even women, or even black women, because I wasn't willing to actually lie to them, to play with their emotion, to make them believe that I'm trying to do something that I'm not. I had one of my younger cousin, like this motherfucker was talking to a chick on the phone. He talking about like, I'll take a bullet for you. I looked at him, and then he was trying so hard not to laugh. That was disgraceful, man. That you and the thing is, the bitch believed him. you know, and that's why I couldn't understand. I was like, why the fuck these chicks are so fucking gullible to the point where like that nigga to you. That's what I found comical. Um, so the slum than to be a servant in paradise. And you mentioned that you provide the protection, then it should be good enough, right? Which is true. Like if you were able to actually be able to get a chick out of a bad situation and put her in a situation which that's better for her, what if that's a no-brainer. See, these broads aren't logical. They aren't logical. So And the thing is this, right? It's about they running into the risk of when men, let's say that you got yourself with a broken chick, right? You got yourself with a broken chick. You shouldn't get yourself with a chick like that, right? And now the shit, I'm losing my train of thought. Yeah, so when the risk, like I said, the risk that I mentioned before is that some chick that start off okay, not all chicks that appear is a bad person. You know, there's always this possibility for someone to get better. What I'm interested at is growth. What I'm interested in is growth. Like if you're not trying to get better day by day, then you're nothing more but a waste of fucking life. And a lot of these women, a lot of time when they don't want to leave the hood, is because they don't want to get better. They don't want to become better human being. And these are the women that have a problem where they want a man to actually be better than them, but they don't want to actually put in the effort of try to reach that potential. So then, therefore, okay, but okay, they want a man to be better than them, but they don't want to use that. That's a problem that I have, and that also goes both way too. The same thing with dudes. So they want to have a classy chick, they want to have a good woman and shit like that, but they still doing some fucked up shit. That shit makes no fucking sense. So it's either like that person inspire you to become better person or better human being, or he's gonna leave you. So that's what I mean by this. So now a lot of time these hood chicks, the hood rats, let's say they had the chance to get themselves with a good guy, right? Sometimes they will try to sabotage that shit. They will try to sabotage that shit, and therefore he becomes fucked up. And then now they have an excuse like, see, he wasn't good anyway. Look at the way he's treating me. Nah, motherfucker. Look at the way you treated him until he actually turned out to be that asshole that he didn't want to be. Um, but that's not the point I was trying to make. But hold on a second. I gotta look for my notes real quick. Providing protect, no culture. Yes, the lack of culture. Yes, thirsty black men. Yeah, we can all agree to that. There's way too many thirsty black motherfuckers out there, man. Way too many. And that's why, for the most part, our women can't respect us. And as a guy with self respect, you don't want to now. You are being disrespected. So what do? You walk away. And this is where I agree with you by walking away. It's like you go where you want it. Growing up, I was in an urban environment, but I used to go to a program to which now I was exposed myself to the without any issue, and it's like you're gonna come across those. That's also one of the things. Like whenever I find somebody that happens to be an asshole to me, I don't quickly jump to the aspect that he might be racist or she might be racist. She's just a bitch or he's just an asshole. Because calling somebody as the victim, I'm not a fucking victim. You know, you gonna act like a dick, I'm gonna let you know that you're a fucking dick. So therefore I was able to individual based on his action, but not on his skin color. And I believe that was thanks to my exposure of around white people, Puerto Ricans, or Chinese, whatever the fucking case may be. And that's why that also helped me with the transition to which when me and my girl we got married, that I had no problem just like going overseas with no fear. Like, Yeah, fuck it, let's go to England, let's move there, and then spend like 4 years in England, 3 years. It was no problem for me to make that transition. But if someone is that, if someone wasn't really exposed to white culture or to other culture per se, then they're gonna have a hard time operate in those cultures. So now they have no choice but to have to deal with the environment that, or the urban environment that they're in, and they might not like it. And which is where I also think that you have a problem with I okay, I wouldn't say having a problem, but it's like this, right? Um, right now I'd say you on your 40s right now, right? So 45 or something of that sort. And yes, your preference is black women, so which is awesome. But within your preference, there's also so many dysfunction with the type of woman that you would want to be with. But because of all this dysfunction, it makes it a little harder for you to actually get the woman that you want. But you also have to take your age into consideration as well. Because at 45 years old, the chances of you getting with a woman that already don't have a kid is actually is very difficult. And the woman that you're gonna have to go for would have to be young, let's say early 20s and shit like that. And let's face it, a lot of these bitches are dumb. A lot of these bitches are dumb. you know? And but this is where I think you might have a chance as well when it comes to the islanders. Let's say you get yourself with a Haitian or Saint Martinique or Jamaican and stuff like that, because these girls, they mature at a very young age. And the reason for that maturity is because country, at the same time, they don't have any government assistance. So a woman have to learn at a very young age, like how to actually be a good wife, or not a good wife, but to be able to provide something tangible, whether it's class, whether it's non-ratchetness, because they know that the more ratchet you behave, then the less likely you would actually have a mate. So, and therefore, you'll be an American and you are established, and therefore, yeah, you would be a catch for a Haitian woman. But at the same time, they're not gonna just then it's not really a pump and dump culture. You know what I'm saying? So then, therefore, if you're really serious about getting yourself a good woman, or you wanna, at your age right now, you want to establish like a family structure and shit like that, yeah, you can find yourself a Haitian woman between age 20, between 20 to 30, that actually doesn't have a kid. It's not really likely to actually you find Haitian women that get pregnant at an early age. Most of them, like my sister, she was my mom was 26 when she first had her sisters. Like my elder sister, she was like almost 30 when she started having kids. So, in a lot of women, Haitian women, they start having kids like, between 25 and up, because education is very important to them, and so on and so forth. So that you might locked in with that. But if you actually having to stay in the States or dealing with African American women and early 20s, early 20s to early 20s to early 30s, that age gap, you'll be very fortunate to actually find one that doesn't have any kids, and also that you can tolerate. Because I don't believe that at your age right now you're gonna actually listen to Lil Boosie or Little Uzi or Little Takashi or one of these little niggas, just so you could actually just so you could have something to talk about with this bitch. Because you are a very intelligent person, and if a chick doesn't is not up to par with your intelligence, you're gonna get boring. He's gonna get boring very, very, very quickly. And trust me, I know. Like, I don't deal with dumb bitches. I hate dealing with dumb bitches. And one of the things that made me fall in love with my girl is because she was fucking smart. There's so many shit to talk about. And so therefore you not you getting with a woman that don't have any kids, most likely you know, you're probably not gonna be with anybody. At your age right now, like I said, it's gonna be very unlikely. And as far as stepfathers, I do understand the danger that comes with it, you know, and I don't have anything against stepdads. I don't. I don't think that it's a it's a fucked up thing to do. It all depends on the woman. The thing is, like, if you that's right. It doesn't matter if you love the kid or not. But the woman makes a whole lot of difference. Shit is gonna so would yeah, man would actually for the most part, I agree with you. But we also now let's put it this way, right? Sierra was in the music industry, the hip hop and R&B. What do you usually surround yourself with? A lot of ain't shit motherfuckers and industry niggas. So then, therefore, her environment was based on dumb niggas like Future, you know, or even 50 Cent, or rappers and R&B niggas. So therefore, sex or the sexual nature of this business, it's like almost as close to being in the porn industry. So yeah, and now when she realized that Future and shit, which she should have realized that beforehand. But like I said before, some of these she cheated out of the fact that she had the rest of her fucking life. Wait, fucking mistakes. Fucking mistakes, and actually was able to transition saying that this bitch is shit. But right now, we're not hearing none of that bullshit coming out of her camp. We're not hearing her doing some fucked up shit. We're not hearing none of that stuff. So to me, that symbolized growth. That symbolized that a woman that made a mistake, did some fucked up shit, fucked with the wrong person, got pregnant by the wrong, and then now to get her shit together. So one baby daddy, that's forgivable. When you're going for two, three, four, five, uh, no, no, bitch, you didn't learn from your mistakes. But one baby daddy, I'm sorry, I'm gonna give that a pass. Call me a simp, but I'll give that a the bitch show growth. As long as there's a change in that behavior, as long as there is good and for that, so therefore, if the woman is able to actually treat you like a fucking king that you are, and then able to work with you, oh, you don't do like that to my son. No, 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 no. Fuck that shit. No. If she's willing to actually now sit the fuck back, do the fucking discipline. And if there might be some issues, but she will take you to the side. She's not gonna fucking like, use you just for the good things for you to provide and all that stuff. But when it comes to the discipline, that's not a good role for a stepdad to be in. If you're gonna be a stepdad, she have to be able to step the fuck back and be the dad. Because grow in my culture. right? In my culture, a lot of shit happened. Sometimes, the guy died, because Haiti's a crazy country, and some women, when they have a kid, and you actually, they would get with a guy, and the guy actually raised that fucking kid like that was his own, whooped his ass when he needs to, um, provide for the school, all that shit. So in my culture, there's nothing wrong with being a stepdad, as long as the woman know her fucking place, you know. And this is where I disagree with you on that. And at your age that you are, I'm not calling you old or anything like that, but I'm saying like what the age your age play a huge factor on what type of chick you're gonna end up with right now, because you like most likely you're gonna get yourself with a chick that already the chick that that's not about you being wrong about anything. It's like you don't see yourself being playing the role of a stepdad, which you shouldn't. You should only do things that makes you feel comfortable. But the fuck, man, my funky fucking up. All right, so like I was saying, like I'm not gonna look down on stepdads or being treated as the king of their fucking. Is a good woman. All I had to say on that. And yes, thanks for replying, dude. I've never lied. You a great fucking YouTuber, man. You like I see you do. Like you're gonna keep making those videos, and I really respect your perspective. And yes, Steven, I want to hear what the man, because like I said, dude, this is a conversation for all of us. I that don't mind having a female perspective. At some point, I'm actually gonna yeah, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a podcast with my wife, and we're gonna talk about this shit, because I think it's I love having this type of conversation. And also, who else would wanna jump into this thing to actually do a response video? Oh yeah, Penny, I want you to do a response too. So all of you motherfuckers, jump on that shit, man. I want to hear what you have to say. So let me get the fuck out of here. It's almost an hour. So this is Arbanaka. Share, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, I think I'm gonna post this shit tonight. I'm excited. I'm not gonna wait tomorrow morning. I'm gonna post it right now. All right, peace. I'm out of here, guys. Busting down the